Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so in about 20 hours time, by the time this video ends up going up, we should be getting the mid-month RUKIA and AARONIERO banner. And I'm not gonna lie, pretty much everyone is in agreement that this banner is pretty much an absolutely easy skip. The only time you're really probably gonna want to summon is if you're a big RUKIA fan. Granted, she is in tickets. She'll be in the premium pool, so you should hopefully end up pulling her soon if you've been saving your tickets. But if you're like me, who still can't pull an 8th anniversary Ichigo after about 4,000 tickets, then you might be out of luck. AARONIERO looks to be a pretty good link slot farmer, a super link slot farmer at that, because I believe it's the link slot potion plus 5 links, so that's pretty cool. RUKIA looks like she might be a better side in the Espada melee guild quest, so that's pretty cool. But nothing insane, you know. It's here till the 30th, so at the very least, you can just wait, see what end of month is. Maybe it doesn't tickle your fancy. You can go in on this banner. We should be getting news 3 days before the end of the month, which would be on the 26th of April. We should be getting news because it ends on a Friday, and then the 30th is on Tuesday, and we don't get news on the weekend, so we should be getting it the 26th. So keep that in mind. And yeah. We'll go over the banner, the filler, etc., etc. But yeah, I just wanted to just throw it out there. I don't think this banner is worth summoning on, like, unless you're a big fan of RUKIA or AARONIERO. God, I know AARONIERO, you know, the BBS man is summoning, and I cannot wait to see him go like 15 steps for one dupe at AARONIERO. That would be the day. That is what I need to see it. It'll be funny. Either way, let's hop on in. So we're going to be going over RUKIA's kit. So she's a normal attack damage character, melee. All of her attacks do have freeze on it, so keep that in mind. She's a mind character, an Espada killer, which is pretty good. I think we do need some better Espada characters. I just really wish she had the boost ability. I wish she had an SA2 boost, because she was literally meant for, she's a melee character. Espada doesn't have like a melee booster, if I'm not mistaken. We have the Dordoni. Other than that, I'm not sure if we actually have a booster, or at least a somewhat recent booster. She has Sprinter +1. Also, the sword trait is normal attack damage plus 30%, so she should do really good damage. And she's also a good link if you need it for a different guild quest week. So Sprinter +1 on the innate skills, decrease her wrong card damage taken minus 20%. Just give her more damage or something. I don't understand this whole shenanigan of less damage taken. A lot of characters need full stamina, and you know, if they take damage, then it just really cucks their DPS. So I don't know. Not my preferred skill I would have chosen. Weakened duration minus 100%. She has attainable abilities of long reach plus 20%. She has poise, team party, soul reaper attack, soul reaper normal attack damage plus 20%, killer effect plus 30 or plus 50 in GQ, flurry plus 1 or plus 2 in GQ. Very nice. Don't know why they just can't just give it flurry plus 2. Let NAD characters have a break so that way they're actually good outside of GQ. I don't get it. Bruiser plus 30, guard break, damage taken minus 16%, and then melee damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ. For the flurry, I can kind of understand it where it's like the Brave Battle characters, because they're getting like flurry plus 3 now. Just give them flurry 2, you know, just let them have their flurry 2, cap it for flurry 2 in PvE at the moment until, you know, they keep getting power creep, then allow flurry plus 3. I don't know why it's based to only guild quests. I think that's really dumb. But I mean, she has guard break, she has long reach, she has poise. So I mean, she can be used outside of GQ, I feel. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't know where you would realistically ever want to use her unless she's your favorite character. Maybe IZ. Just give her the hit enemies and she should be fine. But yeah, she's nothing much to talk about. I'm not a fan of her animations and whatnot. I think it's all very lackluster. I don't really care for her art as well. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a mid-month RUKIA. And they've done mid-month Byakuya and Toshiro before. Granted, those were 2 seasonal, so who knows. And then they ended up getting their 1,000-year Blood War like 3 to 4 months later. So we could be seeing a Bankai RUKIA or just any 1,000-year Blood War RUKIA around the 7th month. So who knows, maybe part 2, end of month part 2. Or possibly even just a month after that, who knows. That's when I'm going to be guessing for Bankai RUKIA. Just a little guess. Nothing confirmed, obviously, but it's just like, yeah, you know, those two kind of got us. Maybe she will as well. Just a little guess. Now moving on to AARONIERO, who's actually a pretty cool character in terms of like his kit. Nothing insane, but it's like, yeah, it's cool. He has a melee attack type, or melee strong attack type. All attacks are lacerate. And then he has a new soul trait, super power links up potions +5. So he will be getting +10 super links up potions, just like the Holly Bell, which is really, really good. I don't think the Mashiro gives +10. I think she just has +5 in general, and then she just doesn't have the other in her skills. She just has it as a soul trait. So I believe it's just him and Holly Bell, which are both mid-months, funny enough. He's a Quincy killer. I don't really know if we need that, especially with his like lackluster DPS overall. It's kind of like whatever. He has a soul trait of super power links up potions +5, innate skills of sprinter +1, havoc +20, guard break, attainable skills of berserker +60%, devastation +40. He has a frenzy +1, team party speed attribute Arrancar damage to status ailment affected enemies +40%, strong attack recharge -12%, damage to lacerated enemies +60%, power links up potions +5, and then obviously the super links up potions +5, increased status ailment chance against power attribute enemies. So I mean, pretty good skills. It's just that, you know, his damage is a bit lackluster compared to other farmers, but it's still not bad. It's not as bad. It's unfortunate that he's like a status ailment chance. You know, you have to like practice status ailments, so it's a bit inconsistent. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, that's my take on AARONIERO. This is the banner, which we'll be going over each character. They all have some use in the game, but it's just like, it's nothing worth going for, realistically. This is the banner, obviously. Every 3 steps is basically a 5-star. And then at the 10th step, it's a new 5-star character. So either a RUKIA or AARONIERO. And then at step 20, I assume you would get the second character. So absolute minimum or maximum, you would have to go 20 steps for one new character. And then you can choose a new 5-star with your 5-star pity ticket at step 25. So yeah, let's go over the filler real quick. So we're going to be starting off with Ginjo, Heart Ginjo. Not a lot of people have really been using him, but now I believe he's a pretty good side for the RUKIA, the Raruka, the Heart Raruka for our Arrancar week. He has Heart attribute character strong attack damage +20%, and then Heart attribute human damage to status element affected enemies +40%, and then he has decent damage, Berserker of 40. He has damage to weakened enemies +35%, weakening all the strong attacks, Frenzy +1, Debilitator of 5. You know, stuff like that. Just really simple, basic stuff. Outside of that, he's just cool. Like, I think he looks sick. I've recently got him, but I don't have the Raruka, so I don't know how much better of an improvement it is. But it looks like it should be pretty good. And then you just slap a booster or something along those lines on his team, and they should do quite well. Should do quite well. So that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll end up getting a Heart. What are the other characters? Heart Jackie or something. We haven't had a Jackie in a while. We haven't had the guy with the eye patch. I don't think we've ever had him as an actual 5-star besides like his transform form. And then, you know, maybe we'll get a, I guess we've had the other ones for a while, the Tsukishima, Ginjo, and Raruka. So who knows, moving on to Gantenbane, he's whatever. He's just a power potion link character. He doesn't give anything else on the team. So he's literally just put as a link. To give you power links out potions +5. He doesn't give you droplets, not even gold, nothing else. So he's literally just a link. Maybe you can use him on the Stern Ritter days or Quint. I think this is Stern Ritter. I always get these two mixed up, but maybe you can use him in GQ. Kind of doubt it, but you know, maybe. Saruchi, she's just a decent epic grade farmer. Nothing crazy, but if you do have a full Arrancar team. She has a Arrancar resonance, so strong attack damage +10%. So like if you have Neliel join you for whatever reason, the power one where it gives only super links on potions, she should do pretty good. She has a Frenzy of 1, Berserker of 40. Nothing crazy, it's just pretty mediocre. But she does okay in epic raids, not arena, and epic raids. But yeah, just nothing too exciting. Just like the entire banner is just like, they're okay. Nothing crazy. He's actually really good in Guild Quest. He is very good in Guild Quest. Unfortunately, he doesn't have an immunity for the right GQ, because I'm pretty sure he has an H. He has paralysis and weakening resistance, and it's Captain. and it's melee. I don't know what melee captain is, I'm not gonna lie. It might be weakening on the ground, and if so, then W. You don't need to deal with all that, but he is a pretty good NAD character for the side. But obviously in melee Captain Week now, you're going to be using Unohana, Shinji, and Akon, so he doesn't really have a place there unless you just don't have those characters. But overall, he's a pretty good NAD character. He has Bruiser plus 40%, damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment plus 100%, Flurry of 1, Killer Effect plus 50 in GQ, and melee damage plus 30 in GQ. So yeah, overall I really like the character. Not bad, not bad. Ulquiorra, he's basically in the same boat, just a Guild Quest character, but he has a debuff as well, so that's pretty fun. He has Captain Killer, and he's ranged. He's actually a really good range character. I believe I use him on my range team, because I do have him 5/5, and then I ended up using the booster. I think it's Chad. Really solid combo. Berserker plus 60, Bruiser plus 40, Flurry plus 1, plus 50 in GQ for Killer Effect. He has Multi-Barrier, which is super nice. I always get hit, so I love the Super Barrier, or the Multi-Barrier. And then his range damage plus 30 in GQ. You know, really solid character. Really solid character if you don't have anyone else. But, yeah, I like the character. And then Shinji, he's actually really good, but he's literally just there for the debuff and increasing your speed attribute. Captain strong attack damage plus 20%. He does okay in the human week, but it's nothing crazy. It's not really worth summoning for. He's just a decent side at best. Outside of the melee Captain week for Unohana or Soul Reaper, I guess, because melee Soul Reaper or Captain week is where he will shine, because he'll end up making Unohana clear extremely quick. So if you have him, that's what you would use him for, and that's really about it. As for Kensei, he's a pretty good link slot farmer, mainly in epic grades. That's mainly where I end up using him. Unfortunately, he has lacerates, but it's just where I ended up using him. He has increased status summon chance against technique attribute enemies, link slot potions plus 5, no droplets or anything, so it's super unfortunate. He has devastation plus 60, berserker plus 40, and frenzy plus 1. And he also has long stride, so it makes it easier dodging those big one-shot attacks. But yeah, that is pretty much the banner. Nothing like super exciting, so that's why I would say it like practically immediately that it's pretty much just an easy skip. But yeah, let me know down below if you are going to end up summoning. I should be having a summon on a different game for the one and only time, by the way. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. It's going to be a bit of fun, or it's going to be me getting absolutely shafted and raging. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, peace out, and best of luck if you do consider summoning for this banner. Remember, it's basically dropping in like 20 hours time. Gonna be here till the 30th, so I recommend waiting or just skipping entirely. Peace.